Sasquatch, Bigfoot. When you hear one of these names, many things come to mind. Maybe a hoax, maybe folklore, legend. How about real? There is one common thing, and that is there's many diverse ideas of what Bigfoot really is. Could there be a genuine, living, breathing creature that has evaded us for generations? Or maybe only evaded some of us? Perhaps the history is real, and that's what we are here dissecting on When Legends Come to Life. We're here to get to the center of the truth. Is it a legend? Is it a truth? Or is it a cleverly crafted lie? We're gonna find out.
Like I said, everyone here grew up with it. It's like, okay, nothing, another Bigfoot,
Yeah,
okay.
you don't bother us.
And unless he becomes a nuisance.
There was a monkey man peeking at her from behind this house.
He came off the tracks and he turned and looked like that. He's up there standing there, big and hairy.
And my son drew a picture of it, and it looked like a big, broad-shouldered ape.
By day, I work for the U.S. government, and I'm a federal law enforcement officer. In my experience with investigating crimes against person and crimes against property, and actually taking that same method and applying it to investigations where Sasquatch or Bigfoots have been seen, there is physical evidence at those locations, so the collection of the evidence is actually basically the same.
And when we looked in a tree, well, we found hair in the tree. That thing was splashing water on itself, bathing. Mom, there's a big animal over there. There's a big animal over there. And I hit my brights to see what he was talking about. And right in front of the light, it went in the water. Hit my brights, it walked across and went into the tall Johnson grass.
This thing just stood completely out of the dang Johnson grass, stood straight up.
This thing's hit this, terrorized this place for
Hit the house.
years.
And it just stood up, turned around, looked for the kids, and walked back off into the woods.
None of this makes sense. That's why we're out here, to figure out exactly what is going on. You have the Native Americans, all their tribal stories. You've got reports that come in on a daily basis throughout the United States about seeing and witnessing a large creature, whether it be 5 feet to 8 feet and larger. We're out here looking for them.
Now, the Spokane Indian tribe has very specific beliefs about Chuan-E-T, and one is that he's not an animal.
They exist in another dimension from us, but can appear in this dimension whenever they have reason to.
Creatures eat, sleep, and they take care of their young. Among many Indians in North America, Bigfoot is a supernatural or spiritual being.
The big man comes from God. He's our big brother. 2 years ago, we were going downhill, really self-destructive. We needed a sign to put us back on track, and that's why the big man started appearing again.
Right. If you talk about them, they'll come.
Now, the Spokane Indian tribe literally refers to Sasquatch here as Chuan-E-T. Now, the description of this is tall, hairy creature that smells like burnt hair.
And he said it was kind of a brown, reddish color. It just kind of stuck its arm out.
Well, it walked right across in front of it.
Something was coming up the road, but it was tall. And that thing had knocked him off his horse. And he hung onto the horse's rein, and it drug him back into his yard. Said it was a big monkey walking.
They see Bigfoot as a messenger who appears in evil times as a warning from the Creator because of man's disrespect for his teachings, and it has upset the harmony and balance of existence.
My age on up grew up with these legends, the do's and don'ts of the tribe, where you can go, where you can't go. Right. To us, it's always been a part of us. Now, and we've left them alone. They leave us alone unless they want to make themselves a nuisance and go house to house and scare the hell out of everybody is what they usually do. It'd be dark spirit.
Whose appearance to humans is meant to convey a certain message.
Possibly one of the earliest references in historical literature to the origins of Bigfoot is found in the Bible in the book of Genesis. In chapter 6, verse 4, it says, "There were giants on the earth in those days, the Nephilim, when the sons of God, the Benai Elohim, came into the daughters of men and bore them children unto them, which became mighty men." Hebrew scholars believe the sons of God were fallen angels, cast out of heaven for their rebellion against the Most High God. These fallen angels procreated with mankind, creating a race of mighty warriors, demigods, giants. We're going to go out and actually go into what they call the forbidden or the dark forest, where the elders told them growing up that they weren't allowed to go, that they couldn't visit because that's where the creatures live.
And from what we were told is stay away from that area over there.
See, this is an incredibly dense thicket of growth. Just even getting in here is pretty treacherous. But it almost forms like a barrier, like we said, around the perimeter of this area. That line where the elders of the tribe raised all the kids, you don't go past this because that's their territory.
Go back over by that area. Only way of getting across here is going across that bridge.
Something move? Something move! Hey! I saw and heard some pretty crazy things on that Indian reservation. And some people got kind of freaked out. For me, I was fine until the Indian guide said, hey, the Sasquatch just went into predator mode and they're approaching from various locations. I was out. But the search is not over, and wherever they are, I'm going to be, and I hope you're going to be too.